The transport ship Vagrant's Hope shuddered as it breached the atmosphere of Keswick 7, a backwater colony where questions weren't asked and names were forgotten. John Mercer sat in the cargo hold among crates of synthetic protein and medical waste, his military-issued duffel bag clutched between scarred hands. The war was over. Earth had won. He had survived. And that was precisely the problem. 3 years ago, he'd been Lieutenant John Mercer, decorated hero of the Proxima campaign. Now he was just another ghost running from memories that screamed louder than enemy plasma fire ever had. The faces of his squad haunted him. Rodriguez, Chen, little Kowalski who'd lied about his age to enlist. All gone. Vaporized when John's tactical decision had led them into an ambush. The ship's landing thrusters roared, and John closed his eyes. Keswick 7 was the end of the line. No extradition treaties, no military presence, no one who'd recognize the coward behind the medals. The ramp descended with a hydraulic hiss, and John stepped into the colony's main spaceport, a converted mining facility that smelled of ozone and unwashed bodies. He'd made it. Now he could disappear. John Mercer. The voice cut through the crowd like a laser through flesh. Not a question, a statement. He turned slowly. A woman stood 10 meters away, her posture predatory. She wore hunter's gear, reinforced leather, plasma pistols at her hips, and a bandolier of what looked like krill tracking beacons. But it was her face that made John's breath catch. 3 parallel scars ran from her left temple to her jaw, the unmistakable mark of a krill warrior's claws. Nobody survived that kind of wound. "You've got the wrong person," John said, already calculating exit routes. The woman's lips curved into something that wasn't quite a smile. "I don't think so, Lieutenant. Elsa Vorn. I was on Proxima 3 when your squad held the line at New Sarajevo. Watched you destroy an entire krill battalion to save 6,000 civilians." John's hand moved instinctively to the concealed pistol under his jacket. That was a different person. "No." Elsa moved forward with fluid grace, and the crowd parted around her without seeming to notice. "That was exactly you, and you're running the wrong direction." "I'm not running." "Liar." She stopped 3 meters away, close enough that John could see the biotech implants along her scarred cheek, military-grade healing tech that had saved her life but left permanent marks. "You bought a one-way ticket to a colony that makes Mos Eisley look civilized. You're carrying 30,000 credits in untraceable currency and enough guilt to crush a star. You're absolutely running." John's jaw clenched. "What do you want?" "The krill are coming back." 4 words. 4 words that made the spaceport disappear, replaced by the hellscape of Proxima 3. The screaming, the burning, the sound his rifle made when it overheated from continuous fire. "The war's over," John said flatly. The treaty was a lie." Elsa pulled out a data chip and tossed it. John caught it reflexively. 3 colony worlds have gone dark in the last month. The pattern matches pre-invasion reconnaissance. The krill didn't surrender. They regrouped. Then tell Command. Tell the Admiralty. I'm out. Command thinks I'm paranoid. PTSD from Proxima, they said. The Admiralty won't mobilize without proof, and by the time we have proof, colonies will be burning. Her eyes, one brown, one replaced by a cybernetic implant that glowed faint amber, locked onto his. "I need someone who understands how they think, someone who's fought them and won." "I didn't win," John spat. "I got my people killed." "You saved 6,000 civilians against impossible odds. Rodriguez, Chen, Kowalski. They knew the risks. They died so others could live. That's what soldiers do." "Don't." The word came out strangled. "Don't you dare use their names." Elsa stepped closer, and John saw that her scars weren't just from krill claws. Burn marks spiderwebbed across her neck. Shrapnel scars dotted her exposed forearm. This woman had been through the same hell he had, maybe worse. I'm not here to absolve you, Mercer. I'm here because humanity needs killers, and you're one of the best I've ever seen. The Krill are coming, and when they do, people like us are the only thing standing between them and extinction. Find someone else. Find a hero. I don't need a hero. Elsa's voice dropped to something cold and hard as starship hull plating. Heroes get people killed trying to save everyone. I need a soldier who understands that sometimes you sacrifice the few to save the many. You made that call on Proxima, and it destroyed you. But it was the right call. John's hand trembled on his duffel bag. Inside were discharge papers, false identification, enough supplies to disappear forever. A new life. Peace. But Elsa's words burrowed into his brain like drill worms. The Krill. Coming back. And he was running away. "Why me?" he whispered. "Because you're broken in exactly the right way." Elsa held out her hand. "Broken soldiers don't hesitate when hard decisions need making. We've already lost everything that matters. That makes us dangerous." John looked at her scarred hand, then at the spaceport entrance where freedom waited. He thought of Rodriguez's laugh, Chen's terrible jokes, Kowalski's letters to his mother. He thought of 6,000 civilians who'd lived because 3 soldiers hadn't. He thought about what it meant to be human. "Where are we going?" John asked, leaving the hand hanging. Elsa's smile was sharp as broken glass. "Outpost Ragnarok. It's a black site where they train hunters for Krill elimination. We're building a team, off the books, off the record. When the invasion comes, we'll be ready. And if you're wrong, if there's no invasion, then we've wasted our time. But if I'm right, and we do nothing..." She gestured at the spaceport, at the oblivious colonists. "All of this burns." John picked up his duffel bag and finally took her hand. Her grip was iron and promises. "No more running," Elsa said. "No more running," John agreed. As they walked toward her ship, a scarred hunter's vessel called Retribution, John felt something he hadn't experienced in 3 years. Purpose. The past would always haunt him. Rodriguez, Chen, Kowalski would never stop screaming in his nightmares. But maybe, just maybe, he could make their deaths mean something. The Krill were coming. And humanity, fuck yeah, would be waiting.